Assalamualaikum and very good evening to Madam and all of my friends. Today we are gonna present about the effect of stress to our body. So I would like to introduce our members before our discussion. First of all, my name is Shafiq Zulkhairi bin Zainuddin with metric number 196842.
Okay, my name is Umar bin Nur Hisham. My metric numbers is A196849.
I'm Luqman Hakim bin Azhar. My number metric is A196848.
Okay, my name is Muhammad Helmi bin Abdul Rahman. My metric numbers is GB03786.
Okay, without wasting our time, we will continue our discussion about stress. Our main topic is about the effect of stress to our body. Stress is a natural feeling of not being able to cope with specific demands and events. However, stress can become a chronic condition if a person does not take steps to manage it. These demands can come from work, relationships, financial pressures, and other situations. But anything that poses a real or perceived challenge or threat to a person's well being can cause stress. Stress can be motivator and it can even be essential to survival. The body's fight or flight mechanism tells a person when and how to respond to danger. However, when the body becomes triggered too easily or there are too many stressors at one time, it can undermine a person's mental and physical health and become harmful. Yet, if your stress response doesn't stop firing and these stress levels stay elevated far longer than is necessary for survival, it can take a toll on your health. Chronic stress can cause a variety of symptoms and affect your overall well being. So, our friend are going to the toilet. Maybe we can proceed to another friend, Lukman Hakim. Maybe you can share some of point for the effect of stress to our body.
Thank you to Shafiq, our beloved friends, for giving me opportunity to cite my opinion. I agree with the point that Shafiq gave, and I would like to state my opinion. First of all, according to an article that I have read, I found that chronic stress can cause a variety of symptoms and affect your overall well-being. This is because our body responds to stress by releasing hormones that increase our heart and breathing rates and preparing our muscles to respond. However, if your stress response does not stop growing and these stress levels prolong, then it's necessary for survival. It can affect on our health. There are some evidence that prove this situation, such as frequent and or chronic stress can affect respiratory and cardiovascular system. For example, stroke or heart attack. During stress, our breath getting faster in an effort to quickly distribute oxygen-rich blood to your body, thus harden our respiratory system to functional regularly. Besides that, stress hormone also can raise our blood pressure by sending signal to our blood vessels to divert more oxygen to our muscles, and as a result, our heart will pump faster. Besides, stress can affect on our muscular systems as well. If we are constantly under stress, our muscles may not get the chance to relax and causing tight muscles that lead to headaches, back and shoulder pain, and body ache. Putting it all together, I have learned that stresses effect is harmful to our body health if we can cope with stress wisely. But then understanding on how managing stress can prevent our body from getting unwell being. That's all for me.
I would like to thank you to Ustad Lokman for sharing his amazing idea for the effect of stress to the body. You are the best. So maybe Ustad Umair can share some of his point about the effect of stress to our body.
Alright. Uh, okay. Uh, Another effect of stress to our body is the connection between stress is high blood pressure. Okay. When you are in a stressful situation, okay, your body produce a abnormal response in preparation for conflict. Your heart start to beat more quickly, and your blood vessel narrow, causing blood pressure to increase. Normally, our blood pressure returns to normal after danger is past. But for some people, the stress response on position. If your blood pressure is chronically high, you are you are at our high risk for heart attack or strokes. And if you have another chronic condition like diabetes, it can be another worse, right? Okay, high blood pressure contribute with uh another behavior. Okay, certain behavior and factor linked to higher blood pressure include nicotine use, okay, alcohol consumption, unhealthy food, lack of sleep, anxiety or depression. While these factors don't individually use high blood pressure, they have been shown to be contribute to chronic hypertension. And when combined with stress, your problem goes from bad to worse. Right?
All right.
That's that the type of high blood pressure. But some situation there people have a lower lower uh lower blood pressure. Eh? If you have lower blood pressure in many holistic ways, decreasing stress being one of them. Eh? Uh, okay, if you in a high blood pressure, you can take sleep more and better, which is in situation more comfortable. Okay? Consciously relax, socialize with another people, with another surrounding, take fresh air, practice self care, find way to take care of ourselves, even it just getting half or an hour to do whatever we want, or our hobby, making time for relaxing for ourselves. And then the last, delicate. We don't have to do everything with ourselves, and find way to get help from others, and get more con- uh, get way more communication with others. Okay, to work to like our load. All right, that's all from me. Another main point. the effect of the stress to our body.
Thank you so much. Thank you to Ustad Umail for sharing his beautiful thought about the effect stress of our body. So from when I hear both of you, Ustad Lokman and Ustad Umail, sharing their views, so what can I conclude? They are talking about from health, our health, when we speak about stress lah. Uh, Stress make us a fighter, fight dangerous disease such as anxiety ataupun or heart attack and other. So maybe Ustaz Helmi can share your point about stress of the effect of stress to our body.
Okay, thank you, Ustaz Shafiq. And dearest to all members, now I want to share about what the effect of stress uh, and what we want to do. What we want to know is stress is a natural response to situations that challenge or threaten a person' well-being. Okay, stress it can motivate a person to take action and can even be necessary for survival. However, if a person is constantly facing stresses and does not take steps to manage their stress, it can become a chronic condition that negatively impacts their mental and physical health. Stress can be caused by a variety of factors, including work, relationships, financial pressures, and other life events.
I
Stress
see.
can trigger sweating, okay, to our bodies because the body's natural response to stress is to release hormones such as adrenaline. Adrenaline increases the heart rate and sends more blood to the muscles, which can cause the body to sweat in order to regulate its temperature. The sweat produced during times of stress may be more concentrated as the body is working harder and producing more heat. Additionally, the emotional response to stress, such as fear or anxiety, can also cause sweating. Okay? When we feel anxious or stressed, our body's natural response is to activate the fight or flight response, which can lead to sweating as a way to regulate our body temperature. In the other hand, stress can trigger alertness. Okay? The next point, alertness, in a few different ways. When the body perceives a stressor, it activates the fight or flight response, which is a natural response to perceive threat or danger. This response is controlled by the sympathetic nervous system and is characterized by the release of hormones such as adrenaline and cortisol. These hormones helps to increase heart rate, blood pressure, and glucose level, as well as send more blood to the muscles and brain. This can lead to increased alertness and readiness to respond to the perceived threat or danger. In addition to the physical response to stress, the emotional response to stress can also contribute to increased alertness. When we feel stressed or anxious, we may become vigilant and attentive in order to be prepared to respond to any potential threats or challenges. This increased alertness can help us to focus and be more productive, but it can also lead to feelings of anxiety and difficulty relaxing or sleeping. To conclude, stress can lead to sweating and alertness when the body receives information of stress from brain and activating sympathetic nervous system. This system happens because of fight or flight response and secretion of adrenaline and cortisol. That's all from me. So we will back to our beloved moderator, Mr. Shafiq. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Ustad Helmi, for sharing your amazing point about the effect of stress to our body. When I hear your point, one of them is sweating, right?
Yeah, sweating.
What can I conclude that all of us are feeling that sweating when we present our point, our discussion about the effect of stress to our body, right? Right, our friend? Right, Ustad
Yeah,
Helmi,
we are
right?
sweating right now.
Yeah. So I also want to share some of my point about this matter. Stress also can affect to our sexuality and reproductive system. Stress is very exhausting for both the body and mind. It is not unusual to lose your desire when you're under constant stress. While short term stress may cause men to produce more of the male hormone testosterone, this effect doesn't last. If stress continues for a long time, a man's testosterone levels can begin to drop. This can interfere with sperm production and cause erectile dysfunction or impotence. Did you know, Ustad Lukman, what is the meaning of uh, dysfunction, erectile?
Sorry, Shafiq.
Uh,
I do not know
we
about erectile
okay.
dysfunction.
The meaning is
Can you
we
explain to us?
cannot make a child. We
That is
can make
a
a child.
sad thing to hear.
Ah,
Yes,
very interesting, right?
yes, very
So
interesting
chronic
point.
stress may also increase risk of infection for male reproductive organs like the prostate and test. It also can affect to the woman. Stress can affect the menstrual cycle. It can lead to irregular, heavier, or more painful periods. Chronic stress can also magnify the physical symptoms of menopause. So that's all the point of the effect stress to the our body. So conclusion, stress is a major concern for individuals and organizations. Exertions is the outcome of prolonged stress. Individuals and organizations can take many approach to lessening the negative health and work outcomes associated with being overstressed. Emotions play a role in organizational life. Understanding these emotions help individuals to manage them. Emotional labor can be taxing on individuals, while emotional intelligence may help individuals cope with the emotional demands of their jobs. So that's all. Thank you for listening our ideas about the effects stress to uh, our body. So, in a nutshell, we want to conclude for the effect of stress to the our body. First of all, stress can cause sweating and alertness. Stress also can increase blood pressure. Furthermore, stress can make a dangerous disease to our bodies such as heart attack, depression, anxiety, and other. Stress also can affect to our sexuality and reproductive. Stress can make our body by releasing hormones that increase our heart and breathings. So, anyone want to add other points to our conclusion?
Yes, Shafiq. May I quickly add something in the conclusion about an extra information? Okay, can I? May I?
Can you can?
Yes. Okay, thank you, Shafiq.
Please proceed. Proceed.
Uh, Okay, for my extra information is from TED at YouTube video on how short-term stress impact our memory. I found that begin with complex relationship between stress and memory. The flood of corticosteroid hormones from stress stimulates our hippocampus, which also prompting memory consolidation. But these hormones only help to form our memory while it is released on a small amount. The weeks, months, or even years of sustained that result from chronic stress can damage the hippocampus and decrease our ability to form new memories. Meanwhile, our memory relies on prefrontal cortex, hormones, corticosteroid that stimulate the amygdala at hippocampus will inhibit or lessen the activity of prefrontal cortex, thus have unfortunate effect of making our mind going blank, and the act of trying to remember can itself become stressor. I also learned that increasing of hormones corticosteroid gradually will perform our memories at first but drop off at higher doses. Despite that situation, we can try to search some methods to turn stress as our advantages and collect it when it matters the most. Thank you, Shafiq, for the chance, for the second chance.
Thank you, Ustaz Oman. So
And
very, very long conclusion you had there. So actually, you had time to research about this conclusion from YouTube. Uh,
it's just an
y-
extra information.
I see. So
Yes,
you
thank
you,
you.
you have you have account from YouTube. Please follow my
No,
channel. Please
it
follow my
is.
channel. Big world. Okay. All right. That's all from us. Thank you.